Assalamualaikum. In this slide, my partner Muhammad Alif bin Adam and I, Shahrul Naim bin Abdul Hamid from BMMS12 will be presenting the topic of floor jack hydraulic.
Floor jack hydraulic. They are most commonly used in household setting to lift car for the maintenance and changing tire. On a large scale, other forms of hydraulic jack are used in so many things that we do in a construction equipment, in a platform lifting, material handling, even a moving. In a general, hydraulic floor jack use a hydraulic lift system when lifting or lowering heavy load. The hydraulic lift system is one of the ancient technologies in a mechanical engineering, or the hydraulic lift system operate under a Pascal principle, which state that a force equal to area multiplied with pressure. This formula play a critical role, which determine how much a pressure should be exerted on the fluid to generate the required energy need to lift an object.
Jack hydraulic is such a powerful lifting machine to lift a heavyweight things that powered by a hydraulic oil that has been forced into a cylinder by a pump plunger.
The hydraulic jack work off of the base of the Pascal law. If you do not remember much from high school science class, we have you covered. In a brief, a small force is applied on a smaller area of hydraulic fluid, and that the force generates some pressure in the fluid. The pressure is then when applied to the wider area at the output, so the adequate force is generated to lift the load. In a general, a Pascal law, a pressure a change occurring anywhere in a confined incompressible fluid is transmitted throughout the fluid such that the same occur everywhere. In other words, a change in a pressure at any point in an enclosed fluid at the rest is transmitted undiminished to all points in the fluid. The principle is stated mathematically as a P over rho G and H. P stands for the hydrostatic pressure and equal to fluid density, and G stands for the gravity, and H stands for the height. So we go for hydrostatic pressure. It's a given in Pascal in the SI system, or the difference in a pressure at the two within a fluid column due to the weight of the fluid. Next, fluid density in a kilogram per cubic meter in the SI system. Next, gravity. Gravity acceleration due to the gravity, normally using the sea level acceleration due to the earth gravity in SI in a meter per second square. And last, H, height of the fluid above the point of measurement, or the difference in elevation between the 2 points within the fluid column in a meter and SI.
In a floor jet, a horizontal piston push on the short end of a bell crank, with the long arm providing the vertical motion to a lifting pad. Keep horizontal with a horizontal linkage. Floor jet usually include casters and wheels, allowing compensation for the arc taken by lifting pad. This mechanism provides a low profile when collapsed for easy maneuvering underneath the V-heights while allowing considerable extension.
So next we go to the advantage and disadvantage of a flow jack hydraulic. So we go the first advantage at the thumbs up logo. So have a four advantage of the hydraulic flow jack. The first we go the speed. The speed. A hydraulic jack can attain the same height that a sizes jack can in a matter of a second. Secondly, heavier duty. Trustable with a many different vehicle and a little heavier duty object. And thirdly, mobility. Although the hydraulic flow jack may not be as mobile friendly because they have a wheel, they are generally easy to roll around on a floor without needing to stress your back to pick it up. And lastly, higher capacity. It tends to have a better capacity on an average than a scissors jack. Next, we go to the disadvantage floor jack hydraulic. The right side have a three disadvantage. For the first, we go to the last size. About last size, the biggest one is the size. Being the largest than the scissor jack make is the less ideal to choose to keep in a trunk as an emergency tool. Second, heavyweight. Due to the heavy weight of around 50 pounds and carrying it could be a troublesome job. And last, hydraulic fluid maintenance. It demand more maintenance than a similar scissor jack due it a hydraulic fluid which is likely to leak at time. So it may feel messy, although scissor jack is nothing indifferent as it also has grease on the lead screw.
This is the comparison between hydraulic flow jet and mechanical flow jet. For the hydraulic, they use Pascal principle and require oil. The less portable, expensive to acquire, needs pairs of wheels and swivel caster for support, and different compared to the mechanical because it use mechanical advantage, use physical force. They are portable, less expensive and common, and also they use jet stand for support. This is the final diagram drawing and dimension that my partner and I assumed to make it easily to imagine part inside the flow jet.
So next we go to the first system. So what can we see? The diagram of a flow jack hydraulic for my simple drawing. A hydraulic lift system have a 5 main part, namely first is a hydrostatic pump, second is a valve, third is a full tank, oil, fourth motor, and lastly piston, which is a cylinder feed. So in this device used for the lifting heavy load by application of a much smaller force as a force applied and a force developed. It is also based on a Pascal laws which is that the intensity of a pressure is transmitted equally in all directions through a mass of fluid at the rest. At this moment, load have applied on a top D area in my diagram with 8.89 kilonewton and will get force will develop when the handle of the flow jet hydraulic is a working to transfer heat. In easy way, to I say how working a flow jack. The mechanical flow jack using a physical energy to lift object. The hydraulic flow jack use a compression of a fluid to generate power. The most common type of fluid used in a hydraulic lift is a oil. A particular type of a pump, a hydrostatic pump, is a use to push oil into the hydraulic cylinder, where it is converted into a mechanical energy. It is this the energy that is used to power the hydraulic machine to lift load off the ground. So, for my system have a two part that apply load and a force develop at the part C, B, C, D and part E, F. As an example, in a right side, and dimension is directly followed by the standard size. That's all for me, and thank you.
For the second system, I choose to calculate the handle part. So this is a free body diagram for the handle part. And for the first, I find the force value in Fg. Given that the force at D is 8.8964 kN and the value in channel H is 0.0127 meter, and then the channel grows to 0.0254 meter at B. I use the formula of fluid input equal to output, which is a formula from fluid mechanics, and force is divided by channel size. At last I made the force input as a reference and I got the answer 4.4482 kilonewton. Then I used to calculate the moment. 4.4482 sin 30 degree times by 0.4256 minus FH, which is value is not included, and the distance from FH to I is 0.07 equal to 0, and make the FH as a reference and I got the answer 13.5229 kilonewton for the moment. And then I used to find the Fx. Fx is equal to 0 because there is no force applied on x-axis. Then for the Fy is negative 4.4482 kilonewton plus 13.5229 kilonewton equal to 0. Force upward is equal to plus and downward will be negative. So the last answer I got 9.0747 kilonewton. For the conclusion, the key to using a flow jet is to exercise caution. They make lifting a V-high seem almost effortless, but it is important to remember there is a lot of weight pushed on that jet. In other, take the necessary precaution when handling any type of flow jet because your safety comes first. For hydraulic flow jet, take care of the cylinder to avoid leakage of the incompressible fluid.